Hello and welcome to another episode of Kill the Small Talk, and I'm your host, Alex Caron. On this podcast, I bring in guests from all walks of the entertainment industry, and we get down to the nuts and bolts. On this episode, I'm interviewing Fernanda Romero. She's an actress, entrepreneur, and mom. Here's the episode. Enjoy.
Okay, totally.
Fernanda, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Alex. Thank you so much for having me.
No, of course. And of course, we just met right now through our mutual friend,
Yes,
Jorge, who just won an award.
I know, an award, and he is also my acting teacher, and he does so many things. And I think, now that we're both mentioning, I think he's one of the people that you always want to have, those kind of people that they're always progressing and injecting that energy of let's go.
Yeah.
Go into places.
Yep, absolutely. Like they say, I'm sure there's some truth to it, but they say, you're probably going to end up like 5 of your closest friends. So if 5 of your closest friends are always negative and don't have any ambitions, don't have, positive outlooks on life, then more than likely that's probably going to be you too. So Jorge is such a great person to be around. He has this great energy and he's super passionate. And I love not only working with people like him, but just having friends like him, which I'm sure you can attest to that.
No, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. I agree because it makes me go. And also, it is one of the things that as an actor, sometimes I was talking to a friend, you go into a bubble if you're not booking or whatnot. And I feel those energies, if you keep them around, they're always motivating you to get to your goal. And I think is very important for sure.
Absolutely. And but this is about you, though. Enough about Jorge. We already have an episode about Jorge.
He gets a lot of flowers, but he deserves it today because
he deserves it.
Nominated. So
he's nominated.
Yes.
But let's talk about you. So I just watched your movie, The Containment.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I watched it last night, and then, of course, I fell asleep, and I woke up this morning. I was like, I need to finish it. And I still had my laptop right next to me on my bed. And
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but okay.
No. It's I pay attention 100% through movies. I watched it late.
Oh,
I watched
yeah.
I wanted
fell asleep after 10.
I wanted to watch it the night before we, were introduced because I wanted to have it fresh in my mind, and I knew what to talk about. We could talk about those scenes. But of course, it was watching it late, so I woke up and I finished the rest of it this morning.
Oh my God! No, but that's good. It's still we're here chatting and.
Well, okay, so we'll get to that part a little bit later, but because this podcast really is about me talking to like-minded people who are also creatives and who work in the entertainment industry. And it's a chance for me to get to know you more, and it's a chance for my listeners to find out more, because most of my friends are not in the business. So for them, when they listen to this, that's cool to know. It's it's kind of a behind the scenes.
Yeah. It's very different. Yeah,
sort of thing. Yeah, and it's so, what's the word? Unorthodox.
Refreshing,
it's so,
maybe in a way.
Well, yeah, refreshing, but it's so
it is different.
It's totally different from the quote unquote normal job, because you're bouncing from job to job, and there's times when you're not working at all, and you gotta find things to help keep you grounded and find other ways to have
that happens
money
on a daily basis with my husband. Sorry to interrupt, but my husband had no idea what the entertainment industry was and still doesn't get it to the T, of course. It's like, so what time are you back? When I'm shooting? I don't know, because you never know.
You never know.
So it's fascinating. He's in finance, so has no idea what goes behind. And of course, sometimes he's frustrated, but then I've been teaching him little by little as we go in our relationship of, this is entertainment industry. He's like, you guys are disorganized. I'm like, welcome to our life.
Welcome to our life. A bunch of
Like
disorganized
this.
thespians. Yep, that's us.
Exactly. Yeah.
So tell me about yourself. This is cool to know because like I'm half Mexican. My mom comes from Mexico City, which I just learned where you're from, right?
Yes, I am
That is,
originally from Mexico City. Yes,
that is
born and raised.
Chilanga. Oh, so you're capitalina.
Sí, soy del distrito. Ujú.
¿Qué parte?
Soy, bueno, crecito en la parte del sur, so south. That would be like Pedregal, like, sí, toda esa parte.
Okay. My mom's
San
from
Jerónimo.
Nessa. Is that close to
Nesa is, no, north, more, yeah,
northeast?
another side. Yeah, yeah.
Right, because Mexico City is so freaking huge. I was just there a
Huge.
couple months
It's
ago
so
with my
big.
mom and my family. It's huge. I think I think Mexico City has the largest population
People.
in North
Yes.
America.
It's insane.
It's crazy. And we were just there for a week, which is like not really enough time to explore and
No.
you need at least
No,
a
no,
couple
no.
or a few.
Mexico City, it is very funny to me to talk about Mexico City because I love it. But then you'll ask, why are you not living there right now? Although I moved here to study fashion design merchandising, and then I started my career singing in Mexico, but then I
Right.
felt that there wasn't more growth there. But Mexico now is popular
It's
as we
booming.
speak, like on
Mhm.
Instagram and stuff like that. But I feel like Mexico City has always been popular for us. Like those
Mhm.
places that people are posting on Instagram, they've been there forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't think that it had the reputation that it has right now as far
Of
like
course.
the reach. I'm saying like on social media, there
It
wasn't
shows
social media.
exactly.
So people weren't posting so much, oh my God, this. But Mexico City has always been one of the greatest cities as far as food, as far as art, culture,
Culture,
everything.
music.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
No,
Now,
it's uh-huh.
me not leaving there is because there's so much people in traffic.
You're like, there's so much people in traffic in Mexico City. Let me move to Los Angeles where there's so much people and more traffic.
No, but it's way
It's
less.
less. I know it's less. It's not as bad.
Way less.
It is way less. Yeah.
Yeah, it used to take me from one part to another part, like north to south, 3 hours just
3
in
hours, yeah.
traffic.
Yep.
Oh, minimum. Yeah. And that wasn't life for me. And certain obvious reasons for security as being a girl over there.
Yeah.
And to what to wear and, walking in the streets. My parents didn't feel safe for me to be wandering around. So it was hard, as a teenager growing and being constrained in a place is hard.
So going back to, so you started off in music with the group Frisbee? Am I saying that right? Frisbee? How did
Alex, muy bien. I know it's like, what kind of a name can we put it? But, I was a baby. I was 16 and I was doing those choreographies. And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Okay, so but did you grow up, like, are your family musicians? Like, how did you get involved in music? What was that beginning?
I mean, I guess, at home, my parents do listen to music, especially my dad was always blasting good music, I would say, because it would be Pink Floyd, Bowie, Elton John, Ello, like good music. And I've always had an older soul. I feel I'm always very attracted to that type of music that for me is real music. There's good lyrics, there's good musician. I just don't know the composition. Everything it's just so different what we listen to it now.
Absolutely.
So I've always was very, intrigued with music, but never thought that I would be doing a living out of music. But I think it's that you were born with it. There are things that just you come with it, and your childhood has to do a lot with, what you are exposed to.
Right, your upbringing.
So I think,
yeah, absolutely.
So I think being exposed to music at a very young age, that shaped my way, and also to see things and to get inspired. And that's how I got into the music, I guess. And it was by accident, to be honest.
How so? Was that a group you started with your friends?
No, 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 not at all. So I actually have a cousin and an aunt that they've been in the acting industry in Mexico for a while.
Hmm.
And I always kind of wanted to do something like that. And I told my mom, and she was like, no, you want to be an actress or do anything like that. It's a very disciplinary work, and you have to study and you have to know everything. And she was always trying to just,
Mm-hmm.
don't be an actress.
Yeah.
And that one time audition that my mom was like, okay, I'll take you to this. Thanks to my cousin and my aunt that put me in an agency, I go. And then some guy calls my house that it was a big, big producer. Let's say like the Tommy Motola. It was Toño Berumen back then, that used to have Magneto, Mercurio, like the top,
Oh, wow.
top kid groups in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And then calling to my house. Like, that is so weird. So we thought, obviously, that was just a scam or something. They called back and said, listen, this is not a scam. Just calm down. And we're gonna, you get to meet me and we can talk. I go with my mom, and yeah, sure enough, we go into the office and I start to see all the platinum and things and discs all over. And
You're
I'm
like, oh shit,
this is a real deal.
This is
And my mom's
real.
like,
This is not a scam. This
this
is real.
is not a scam. But I wasn't prepared, because I wasn't prepared to be like, what am I going to do? Like, I just sing in the shower. I sing in the car. I sing because it's true.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, these groups? I'm like, yeah. Do you know any songs? And to be honest, I respect pop music, but I'm not a pop lover. I like more rock. I like more indie artists or anything else but pop. And he was like, can you sing something? And I will always remember I sang Natalie Imbruglia, Torn, a cappella. And then he goes, okay, done. I want you to be in my group. But what are you talking about? And then from that on is how I got into the entertainment industry, by being in this group. And then everything kind of unfolded, per se.
So did you guys go on tour in Mexico, throughout Mexico and Latin America?
Yes, we went on tour. We were singing an opening for the big groups in Mexico. Yes, it was pretty awesome.
Did you ever feel pressure at times? Because I can't imagine like doing a job like that where you're still a teenager, you're still in high school and you're away from your friends, you're away from your family, and you're like making money doing this thing. Like, did you ever feel like I don't know, like what were some of your thoughts doing that?
So yes, no, that's a good point. So at the beginning, it was very cool, right? And my parents has never loved the entertainment industry. They sat down with me and said, listen, we're going to let you do this with one condition, that you still keep your best at school. And it's only because this is an opportunity that us as parents cannot give to you. It presented to you, but we're going to be with you along. Never let me alone. And we're going to see. And I said, okay, fine. So that was my deal with my parents. And as I was growing, it was cool at the beginning, but then I started missing things or the parties with the friends, and because I was working. I was working at such a very young age that it shaped me for life, to the better, in a way. Right. For me, at least, thank God, because I feel like I have my parents to always put me back, and be like, because we were spoiled brats. We will get this, we were famous. We're doing everything we wanted. And my parents were always, you're going to go to your singing class in bus. no, how am I going to go in a bus? What is this? I'm going to get kidnapped. I cannot go in public, but they will do this kind of stuff. So then I can ground myself back again and really, learn my lesson. And to a moment, it came to me that I was like, you know what? It's kind of too much. It was a lot of pressure to be in the group that when I was about to make a decision of where do I go study in the world, I just decided to take a break from the group. Other friends were leaving, so it felt like a great time to have a break.
Sure. And is that the time that you got into fashion design?
Yes. I came to the States. I came with some friends and my mom, because she was our designated driver, and for my birthday. And we were looking for the LACMA. We were lost. And then this guy stopped us and said, no, I'm going to help you, blah, blah, blah. And short enough, it became my boyfriend for 3 more years, back and forth. Yes. My dad was mortified. My dad was a pilot back then too. And when I told him, I will never forget driving me to school, and he's driving and I say, Dad, I have a boyfriend. He stopped the car. He knew, but he wanted me to tell him. Yeah, literally. He's like, how old is he? And I'm like, yeah. Well, he's older, but he's like, I'm going to send him a ticket. I need to meet him. Blah, blah, blah. Yes. I was raised very conservative. So he went down to Mexico. He got so sick. He got the Moctezuma revenge.
Oh, yep. That's what happened to my dad, too, when he first went to Mexico. He drank the water from a nopal.
Hotel room for like 3 days. This poor man. He lost a lot of weight. He was like, I guess that was the best way to lose it.
And your dad was like, yes.
No, they became really good friends.
Worked. Oh.
Yeah, but definitely that was very funny. Very, very funny.
That is hilarious.
Yes.
Novio americano? ¿Cómo vas a tener un novio americano?
Yeah.
No mames.
No. Él estaba de Fernanda, o sea, ¿cómo? Yeah. I've always had a good relationship with my dad, I feel.
That's great.
I'm a daddy's girl, so sorry.
Is that the husband?
That's my husband. Now coming with a baby.
Cameo,
sorry.
yeah, he got his cameo. Yeah, this is not a union job.
The cameo. Yes.
That's amazing. Okay, and then so you're doing music and you got into fashion. What was the introduction to, did you start in theater? Like, were you doing theater and then you started doing short films and worked your way?
No. I mean, I did theater in Mexican school as a class, but never thought that I could make a career of it. When I was here and then with my ex-boyfriend, that we started to do denim and started to design. This brand became very popular. It was called Rock and Republic. And back then, it was when denim, the denim pants, before you used to buy jeans for $30-$40. But then it jumped to buying jeans to $100.
I know.
Yes. So we started to do that and created this company, and it became a boom. So when we started from the beginning, who was the model? Who was this? Who was that? Me. But that opened other doors because an agency saw me.
Yeah.
From another person. And then they were like, oh, I want this girl. What is she doing? And back then there wasn't a lot of like Latinos, like now in the industry. And I was like, well, maybe I can try in between school, still studying, still designing, and I can go to some auditions here and there. And then I think it was just in the cards. I started to get into the business by not telling my parents again because I was studying. I needed to be in the U.S. studying.
Yep.
And I remember I booked my first big commercials when commercials were really good in Los Angeles, and you can only book like maybe 3, 4, and you will live
And you will live
on for
for the
like,
year. Yeah.
yes, now you have to make so many to make some money. Um, so I booked my first Clean and Clear commercial. Yes, I was a Clean and Clear girl for many years. And I went to New York and I was like, I can't do this. Like, limousine, everything. I was like, this is fantastic. That I was doing it. I started kind of booking and not telling my parents, they will call me. I'll be in New York. I'm like, yeah, I'm in school. Yes, not. And that's how I started to be in the industry. And one thing led to another. My agents started to be, oh, okay, do this. And then just casting directors starting to call me. And I guess the jump for acting, also by accident. It happened by accident.
It's always by accident.
But I think that's the beauty of it, because when it comes something, I feel, this is because I study a lot of manifestation, and sometimes I think ignorance is such a bliss in a way, because you don't put certain things, I need to get it, because you block yourself more. So I was booking, right? And I'm like, I need all these actors, they're like, oh, studying Meissner, oh, this, that, Stanislavski,
Strasberg,
all these great, yeah. And me, it's like, and who do you study with? I was like, with myself, like, I was just very, I'm always being very instinctual. And I was like, oh my God, I need to maybe put something so it looks in my resume. So I go to this class with Larry Moss. And
you took Larry Moss?
Yes, I took Larry Moss. Oh my
gosh, legendary.
Yes. Like one intensive weekend something.
Wow.
And I met another boy. These boys always get me in trouble.
Of course.
I met an ex-boyfriend of mine now. That introduced me. He's like, oh, you should really be an actress. Like, you should take it for real. And introduced me to anonymous content back then. And he's like, I want you to meet my manager and you guys should meet. I was like, okay. So I go to anonymous content, which is a big company here. And I go with my scrapbook of all the stuff that I done in Mexico, from the clips that my mom cut from magazines and everything. And I take it with me and I go, boom, here you go. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. You can send me to Universal Studios, Paramount, wherever. I am ready. I mean, the guy looked at me. What is she talking about? But I was so confident because I thought, I would go knock on the door. I had no idea. So then he was like, okay, I'm going to send you to this acting coach and I'm just going to see if you're not so green. Do it. I was just so confident because I didn't care and I believed in my instincts. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Short story, he said yes. I went to my first audition. I book it. And then I think it was in the cards. I started booking. And I think it's because I just knew I wanted to stay in the States. I knew I didn't want to go back yet to Mexico and be restrained. And then I was having so much fun playing all these characters and always the thing that I wanted to do as a little girl. And finally I could see it flourish. Like it came out of nowhere. It really just resonated with me. And I was like, oh, wow, I can do this as a career. What the heck? And yeah, ever since then.
And here we are.
Still doing acting. Yeah.
So this would have been in your late 20s?
Yeah.
When you started
in the mid-20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that experience like with Larry Moss? I've never met, because Larry Moss, that was in New York, right? New York City? That's where he had his, or was that here in LA?
Yeah, but then he had a thing here in Santa Monica.
Right. Okay. So were you in New York when you took his class, or
No, no, no.
you were
Here
here? You were
and
here in LA.
yeah.
That's
hmm
what was that experience like? Because I have his like book, and like in my school they like taught us about Larry Moss, and they taught us his methods, and we watched his videos. Like
Yeah,
what was your
it
experience
was
like with?
great. It was good. I mean, it got me into wanting to do acting for real,
Mm-hmm.
like as a career and taking it to the next level for sure.
Right.
So looking at it as more as a discipline, at listening, at more of sitting with the material and really breaking through,
Right. The scene
everything.
study, breaking through. What's
Yes,
my
yes.
motivation? What happened
Exactly.
right
Where am I
before?
going? Who
Yeah.
is this? Who am I in the scene? All
What do
that
I want, and how do I
stuff.
get it?
That I think is crucial
Mm-hmm.
for any scene. And sometimes when I'm preparing castings or anything, I'm like, okay, what's my objective? What am I going to get from this? Okay, perfect, done. Once I have it, I'm a big improviser. As my friends always tell me, this is your cup of tea. Because yes, I have hard time sometimes to stick to the perfect word sometimes.
I was gonna say, have you ever gone into an audition? Because obviously, like what they give you, like the copy they give you isn't gonna be word for word, and they just want to see, okay, like can she fit? Like, does she look the part? Can she play the part? But has there ever been an audition where you're like, okay, I'm making these choices in the audition, and then and then you book the gig, and then once you're on set, the producers or the director or even like the writer or the showrunner even is like, hey, like we're gonna go this route. And you're like, oh, that okay. I did not. All right, let's do it. Like that's not what I had planned, but
In
obviously
mine,
you're yeah.
well, usually I feel the contrary. When
Mm,
I've done something that it caught their eye, then they're like, we want you how you did it in the audition.
great. Okay.
Or it has come to me that the character was written for an American girl, and then I came in, and then they turn it into a Latina.
Mm-hmm.
And then they make shifts, little things in the script. That happened to me many times too.
They had a couple Spanish
Um,
words,
yeah,
now
yeah,
you're
yeah,
speaking
yeah, for sure.
Spanglish.
Yeah, yeah. So I think for my personal experience, sometimes to not stick so much into the description that they have and going
Mm-hmm.
out of the page and just being as authentic as you can stands out in my experience, me personally.
Okay, I need to write this
Um,
down because I need this is great for me because
yeah,
I need to book more gigs. I need to
yeah,
work more. So
yeah, because everybody's going to be reading it the same it's written, which
right.
for TV, probably that would be, they're very quite strict in certain
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But as for film, for what have worked to me, is I go with a very strong choice, and is until they tell me not do it certain thing, or because I didn't get the full script. No, your
Right.
mother died here, so you wouldn't enter like that. And then I make adjustments, but I
Mm.
already came with a strong choice
Mm-hmm.
that
So
then they're like,
uh-huh.
oh, okay, we like that.
So you're taking in the description of the character, like
Yeah.
take it as as a grain of salt, but you're like you have that in mind, but you're still gonna make those strong choices. I'm still gonna keep that in mind on what they tell me, but I'm going to obviously go
Yeah.
based on
I
my
make my
instinct
own.
and
Yeah. I made my backstory. I make this, who's this person for me? And then I go for it. And then let's see. But I prefer to go with a bold choice
mm-hmm.
that with a none versus just playing it safe, because I
Yeah.
feel that books more.
Yeah, going bold. I think I think you're absolutely right. Is make the bold
It has
choices.
stick. It has stick to it, and I had the opportunity to be part of casting for a last project that I worked on, and I was reading with all these people and actors, and it was such a great acting class for me, because then I was like, oh my God, it's so true. When you make such a bold choice, she sticks into your head. And then you're like, oh, she came with that. Versus everybody then just reads the same, hi, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. But then the other one comes in, it's like, Hi, how are you? Like already? I'm like, what
Right,
is she
already that's a
doing?
bold choice. You're like, whoa, what is she
I'm
doing
like, what
there?
is she
Catch
doing?
that.
Instead of like, hi, how are you? You know? Like she just came, gave the energy. I don't know. It was very interesting.
I mean, absolutely, because you're giving life to the characters, and that's what they want to see. You're not monotone. You're not like, "Hi, how are you?" You're not stiff. You're like, you're making these choices, and I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe not necessarily a director's like, that's not what we had in mind, but I love that she's doing this, and I love
Yeah.
the bold choices she's making, which means she has ideas, and
Yes.
we can
And I
work with
had
someone
that
like
before
this.
too. And I had that before too, that sometimes I don't book the job many times, how many auditions we do and we don't book it.
Yep.
And I learned with time not to take it personally. But when
Mm-hmm.
I used to take it personally, I was like, why? Well, why? I did everything. I felt amazing in the room. They were like even asking me about where I come from, blah, 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 what I do in my free, like, how? Why? And I think it's just because they have you can't, as an actor, you can't take things personal. I just learned it's never about you. It's
It's never
about
about you. Mm-hmm.
what surrounds you too. The family they're going to put you in, the guy who's going to play it with. Sometimes there's even bigger things, the money behind it. There's some financiers that they have the girlfriend there and they want to put her in the movie, or the person or the producer and so and so, they owe favors. And then at the end, you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, thank
Yeah.
you so much. I just spent my whole weekend trying to memorize 10 pages, but don't worry, it's
But don't worry
okay.
about it. Yeah.
Give it to the girlfriend. Yeah,
No, that's
it's
so true.
true. But the
Yeah.
industry is like that.
It's
It
a
is like
yeah.
that. Sad, but it's
100%.
true.
Yeah,
It is
I
like that.
I had this audition not that long ago with these students for it was for Chapman University, and they it's so funny because like I received an email. I don't know how they had it. I guess maybe I submitted myself a long time ago, and they saw me and they were like, "Hey, like you have these photos up. We like your look. We want you to read for this part." I was like, "Sure." I had this audition. I auditioned for them a couple times, and they really liked me. Um, but there was like a scheduling conflict as well because that same weekend that they were going to shoot, my film was being premiered, and then
Ooh.
we were also at a award ceremony that we won an award for. I'm like, look, I have a premiere, I got to go, and then we have this award ceremony. I was like, maybe I could sneak out, and it didn't work out. But they emailed me back and they're like, like, hey, maybe you're not right for this one, but we still
We'll keep
loved
you in
your
mind
audition and
for,
we'll keep
yeah,
you in mind. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Let me know. So yeah, you're right.
yeah,
It's never personal. There's outside circumstances that happen all the freaking time. And you're like, okay, cool. Well, hey, at least I made a good impression and they like me,
100%, 100%.
So I,
Yep.
I think I also learned that from, because when I made my first short film, uh, now I had to play the casting director. Me and my director had to play the casting director. And that was like kind of my first time doing that. And so we do the casting, breakdown. We put it on all the acting services and we get all these submissions. We get like 300 submissions per character that we had. We had 3 characters. We had like 200 for this guy, 300 for this. It was so many. And, I learned that, yeah, I'm like, wait, it's not personal at all because like one, like this actor, he's really good, but he reads a little too old on film on the self tape, but he has what we need. But this actor, he plays young and he looks young, which is what we need, but maybe there's like something else. So
It's so
it opened
hard.
my eyes.
And
It opened my eyes to it.
yeah. And people that they're not in the industry, sometimes they don't get it. Like my husband would be like, well, why are you not booking right now so much? I'm like, where am I punching you right now? Like if it's so easy. I'm like,
Yeah.
no. It is a battle out there. And obviously when you are in the groove, you get like you're booking, booking, booking. It is momentum. That's why I
Mm-hmm.
always tell my friends when they're booking a thing, I'm like, first thing you need to do is hire a PR. Get yourself out there because that's going to get you more things and just otherwise then you're just
Right. So hire
get
Jorge
yourself
is
a
what you're
PR
saying.
and get yourself going, going, going. Yeah.
Right. I have some like, acting nerd questions as a fellow
Yes,
actor.
actor. Yes, tell me.
I have these actor questions for you. So we all know, like, when you get booked for a role, like for me personally, I love to surround myself in the research on, whatever role it is, if whether it's, watching, YouTube videos about, this particular maybe job that this character has that I've never done before.
Mm-hmm.
What does the research look like for you? Like, are you online? Are you at the library? Are you like, do you listen? Like, let's say it's a period piece, and do you listen to music from that era? I do
Yeah,
that, and it helps me. Like, what does
yes.
research look for you?
For me, if I had to play a character that it's not the typical, definitely research. YouTube has great videos on that.
Mm-hmm.
I will research fashion, what to wear, what not, mannerisms, postures, body. I think body is really important as well. Like analyzing. I'm a big analyzer. So analyzing the body, the posture, things like that helps me personally
Mm-hmm.
to become that person a lot. What I wear, I start to be more that. It's very important. And
Yes.
then everything else kind of just flows in with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I become in that person, like I booked this, it was an AT&T commercial, but it had a parody of this mom with a wig. I was playing the daughter and the mom at the same time.
Oh.
And it was just by putting that wig with those like big 80s glasses, and it had a wig and a thing. And I was just like chewing my gum, like it was funny. I don't know. I just became that character so easy because I had all the things and the clothes and the
Right.
glasses on my wig, and it was just super fun. Yeah.
Yeah, adding like the costume and the makeup, that really changes everything. Um,
Everything.
I was gonna say, when there was this, so I did this play called Noises Off. Have you heard of it? By Michael Fran. It came out like
Okay.
years and years ago. They made a movie about it in the 90s. It's with Michael
Oh,
Caine. It's with Michael Caine,
oh,
Christopher Reeves, John Ritter,
I have
Carol
to.
Burnett.
Why?
It's so good. It's a farce. It's a comedy. I recommend it. Anyways, so I played this character who was from England, so I had to develop an English accent, and he was old. So they had to do,
Oh,
theater makeup for
wow.
me to look old. They grayed my hair, and I had the manner at the time,
The
I
mannerisms.
had the
Yeah.
mannerisms of an elderly person, but at the time, my ex-girlfriend's dad, who was not necessarily old at the time, but the way he like walked and carried himself, and like the way he like held his hands up, reminded me of like an kind of like an older person, even though he wasn't that old. He was like, I don't know, like in his 60s. Um and so I was watching him, like we would hang out and I would like watch him, and I was so curious, and I was like so like just super analyzing him. And then, of course, one of my favorite movie characters, Jack Sparrow, with the drunkenness, because my character was a drunk. So I was watching.
Yeah,
So it was
he's
a mix
great.
of. So with my character, it was a mix
Around
of
he just
Jack
talks
Sparrow.
like this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why is
yeah,
the rum
yeah.
always gone?
Uh-huh.
It was a mix of my ex girlfriend's dad and Jack Sparrow, and I used those
And the
mannerisms to help me with
accent.
the character
That's
and the
great.
accent, and so I know everyone has their own ways of,
Things. Yes.
yeah, things that they do. In acting class, I remember one time they had us step onto the balcony of my school because it was on Sunset Boulevard, and there was a bus stop, and my teacher was like, all right, he's like, everyone step outside for like 5 minutes and go observe the streets, go observe people. So we would pick one person, like, okay, watch that person, and we come back to class, and then we did this like improv sort of game where we would act as like what we saw, like the things that we analyzed from these people. So it was just, I don't know, it's just a good exercise
Yeah. Yeah. Analyzing people always
to
sticks
have.
to me. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like as an actors, we have to have our, treasure box full of like, okay, I remember that old lady, that boom, 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 or that bitch or whatever, somebody. Absolutely. It
Yeah.
inspires me. I'm like, I just don't like that person, but I'm going to play her if I was her, and I'm going to be a fucking bitch. You know?
That's so funny.
It's true.
That's so funny you brought that up because I used to work at Portos, the Cuban bakery.
Oh, yes. Qué rico.
And
Oh
I used to work at the one in Downey, which is where I'm from. I'm from Downey. And
okay.
anyways, long story short, we had this crazy incident with this older Cuban woman who was just a nightmare. She was rude. She was rude to me. She was rude to my boss, rude to all the guests in line.
See? That's a character. That's a character right
And it was
there.
so, yeah, exactly. And it was so ironic that she was wearing a t-shirt that said live, laugh, and love. I was like, what? How are you wearing a t-shirt acting like that? And anyways.
That is a comedy. That's a satire right there. It's like, it's a Karen. It's a walking Karen.
It's a Latina Karen. We called her, she was like Maria.
100%.
She was La Maria. And we based a character on her and we wrote a sketch about her.
I would do that. Absolutely. That's funny.
Okay, so we're like sort of in the middle of the episode. And I have these we play this game called This or That. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, kind of rapid fire. I'm just going to go. And then you tell me your answer as soon as I'm done asking you. But this is actor edition. So I'm going to ask you this or that questions based on being an actor. Okay, so are you ready?
All right, here we go. Love it.
For the script, would you rather have a physical copy or on a screen, like on an iPad or...
Physical, always.
Yep. Do you prefer on set? Do you prefer a 5 a.m. call time or a 5 p.m. call time?
Nah, 5 a.m.
Let's see. Method acting or turning it off when you go to lunch?
Turning it off when I go to lunch.
If you were to book a role, would you rather book a role in a Shakespearean drama or like a Marvel blockbuster?
I mean, Shakespeare's pretty complex. I watched Hamlet yesterday and was crying.
Isn't it
like
so good?
Magdalena.
I cried.
It's so good. She has to win the Oscar, by the way. She has to win the Oscar. No.
I hope so. I know. I really hope so.
She's insane.
I don't think they're going to win Best Picture, but at least
she's going to win Best.
She
has to. I mean, I'm still watching The Contenders, but as a female actress, as a mother, I was like, this can't be.
It's such a great movie. Okay, let's keep.
Okay, keep going.
No. Let's keep going. Okay.
Shakespeare, I will say Marvel.
Marvel,
because Shakespeare's pretty complex for me. Yeah.
Have you ever done a Shakespeare play or?
I tried. I'm like, she'll die this. I'm like, it's complex. I'll just be like Marvel. I'm like, where are you going, you ass? I would do that. I'm all Marvel.
Okay.
Bring it on.
So same game, but set life. Endless coffee or endless snacks?
Endless snacks.
Doom scrolling on TikTok or napping in the trailer?
Napping.
No. Do you prefer working with a director who gives you very specific notes or kind of do whatever you want?
No, director with the specific notes.
I agree. Let's see. What was this? What did I write? Seeing yourself on the big screen or reading the Rotten Tomato score? What does that mean? I don't know. Let's skip that one.
No, seeing myself in the big screen.
Seeing yourself in the big screen. Okay. Okay. I think I know what I meant. Okay. So this is pure personality. Would you rather fly first class or in a private jet?
No, first class. Scared of the private jet. I'm like, I'll take the first class.
I don't trust
commercial. Sorry.
Instagram. Do you prefer posting on Instagram stories or posting like photo dumps on like on the main feed?
I mean, stories are so simple.
Stories are simple, yeah. I like stories.
Yeah.
Would you prefer being recognized at a grocery store or being anonymous at a gala?
That's weird. I don't know. I mean, It's not even that my ego, but sometimes it's nice to be recognized, to be like, oh, I mean, I like if the character affected them or did
Yeah.
something.
Oh,
That is when
you
it's
played
nice.
that nun.
Yeah,
You were the nun.
that non that
Nun Esperanza.
yeah, exactly. Exacto.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Early.
Early. Yeah, me too. Do you prefer a matcha or espresso shot?
Hard, but I would go with coffee.
Coffee.
Espresso.
Do you have okay, so we're done with the this or that questions, but do you have any like what are some skills that like let's say you have on your like resume that you have? Like do you put like singer? Do you have any ones that are like, oh, she does that? That's kind of cool.
Singer, horseback riding.
Can you actually ride a horse?
Swimming. Yeah. I got kicked by a horse really bad and doing a soap opera in Mexico. It's terrible. I flew and I ended up in the hospital for like 2 weeks and they almost had to chop my leg. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
Did you?
That's the beauty when sometimes you work when they tell you, yeah, they're trained horses. No, they're not.
And you're like, where's my stunt double?
Yes. Yes. And I told them, but you know, c'est la vie. Anyway.
C'est la vie. If you weren't acting, do you think there would have been another career that you've been like, oh, like maybe I would have been kind of good at that, or maybe I could have stuck with that?
I love fashion design, merchandising, for sure. I love marketing, things like that. Creating my own brand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But I always wanted to be like an archaeologist or something like that. Mm-hmm.
Like an Indiana Jones type? Con un pistola?
Yeah, it attracts me, yeah.
And your whip?
Yeah. Yes.
What is your go-to guilty pleasure snack when you're on set?
Oh, on set?
On set, yeah. What do you like that they bring out? You're like, ooh.
I mean, the seaweeds are very good.
The seaweeds.
Yeah, the seaweeds are very good. I try to keep it like not very on the high calorie because then I will crash. So yeah, I think like the nuts and the granolas. I really like.
Okay, yeah.
Nothing sweet really, because otherwise I will have a spike and then I want to go to bed and I'm like, oh, I'm still waiting here. Yeah, no.
How do you balance work life and being a mom?
It's hard.
Like I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah, the other day I was talking about this with my friend, and when I was a full-time actress, like full-time meaning I will live, breathe acting every day. My whole only thing to do was memorizing lines, waking up, going to my auditions, going back, and that's it. And socializing. That was it. That was my life. Going maybe to the gym. Now you just don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard because then I'm like, wow, I remember those days. Then I'd be like, oh, I got my scene. I will read on it. Now I'm like, I tell my friends, we have literally 30 minutes to shoot this scene because they're coming back, the kids, and it will be impossible. And we're going to be, and I'm like, ah, and they're like, well, calm down. I'm like, no, I have 30 minutes. We got to get this on. That makes me a little bit like sometimes, wow, I can't, you know?
Takes all the energy.
It takes a lot of energy. It is not impossible, but definitely much harder. I don't have the luxury that I used to have before of memorizing, sitting with the thing. No.
Right. Do you what are your actor pet peeves? What are your pet peeves that like get you when you're, I don't know, working on a scene with another actor? I guess it's like pet peeves that kind of irk you that other actors do that you're like,
if you have a kissing scene, you better go brush your teeth. Yes, come on. No, yeah, I had times to tell the director, I'm like, oh my God, can he go brush his teeth? Like, I can't. I'm just impossible. Having that in mind, like, oh yeah, I had the burrito with the butt, and I'm like, then you have the burrito and I'm going to have the burrito too. Like, I try to be very conscious of what I'm eating if I have an intimate scene. Also, I think being late or just, I don't like this part sometimes, and this happens with big A-listers. Not everybody, because they're not everybody, but there will be, don't want to be reading lines to you. And you just have to be saying your lines to an empty space.
What?
Because
what do you
they're
mean, like,
so big.
In rehearsal, or like when you're filming?
You.
When you're shooting?
Oh yeah, you're there for them, but
they're
then
not
they
opposite
leave
of
set.
you?
Absolutely. They will leave.
What?
Some actors do.
I've heard of that before.
And because the director's so scared, or the producer, and he's like, oh my God, it's so, they just go. Not everybody.
Such BS.
Yeah. And then you're there for the next, I don't know, and doing your close-ups, and you're looking at the wall, and you're like, or looking at somebody else,
looking at the tennis ball.
Match in your, you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, Fernanda, such and such actor does not want to be here anymore, so we're gonna have you read into a tennis ball.
No, they're just like, he's being long, he's gonna go, or he has to go, and then you end up doing it by yourself. Yeah.
Oh, I get that.
But you have to be ready for everything.
Yep. One of my biggest pet peeves is other actors not knowing their lines.
Yeah. Or knowing their lines too much that they don't let the moment flow. I hate that.
Oh, that's a good point.
They're
so
you didn't
strict.
say goodbye. You didn't say, I'm like, yeah, but I say bye. Oh, but it was goodbye. Are you serious with me right now? Like, I'm about to punch you.
Like, I'm about to make you go goodbye.
No, and I've been on set that a lot of also big actors, they would love to improvise. I just knew, and I'm like, okay, I'm rolling with the punches. He's saying this. Yeah. Well, I'll go with that. Because,
Has there ever been a role that you haven't booked yet that you've always wanted to? You're like, oh, I could see myself playing that. Like, what's something that you've always wanted to play, but you haven't?
Yes. I would like to make a period piece, or, like a Marvel, like an action could be cool.
A period piece or a Marvel?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Those are still like,
I've always wanted to play a villain.
Villains are fun. Villains are always having fun.
Villains are fun and challenging.
Yeah, they always have fun.
I think, so like me, like, I think I have such a young and kind of like innocent looking face that people have told me
you'd be like a good villain.
That I could be one. I could be tricky and like a villain. Like, oh, we didn't see it coming.
Oh yeah.
Like a serial killer or something.
Serious. I was just about to say that. Like that Dahmer.
Oh, Dahmer.
Series. Oh, you will see him. He's so calm, and then he's just a freaking twisted mind behind that guy.
Yeah, I those roles fascinate me. I'm like, I always get like the best friend or the goofy one, or the comedic relief.
Like me, the
boy next door. Yeah. I'm like, I want to play a bad guy. I
want some meat. I want to be. Give me the meat. Give me the meat. I can do it.
There's, oh my God, what's his name? Actor Christoph Waltz, who played the infamous Nazi. He was doing an interview, and they were like, how do you approach playing a villain? He goes, well, when you're playing those characters, that character doesn't think that they're a villain. They think they're actually doing good. So that's how you play it.
And it's true. If you see his approach, he's always with a smile.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing is happening because he's so twisted.
Yeah.
And you look at it, that is horrible. That is the same approach that I feel like Bardem did in No Land.
No Country for...
That one, No Country for Old Men.
For Old Men.
Mm-hmm. That one. Remember, it always stuck to me. That scene when he goes into the shop. He's just very calm.
Uh-huh. Oh my God, he was so intimidated. Yeah.
And then it's like that, and I want this, and I want that, and just like, what is he gonna do? It's such an incredible scene.
It's
and I feel
menacing.
Bardem also does that because he did that in 007 as well. And he played a villain. Very calm, very chill, very contained. And that is, I think, his power. Very cool.
It's very cunning. Is there who's a working director right now that you would love to work with?
I love Iñárritu, obviously. I like Woody Allen's style, but I know I'm probably gonna get bashed and criticized because people don't like him, although a lot of actresses do. But I feel the characters that he does are so real, with yet a bit of satire and comedy that brings life. I like Woody Allen a lot. And then, of course, I like the Spanish director, se me ha ido.
Sammy Mendes? No, he's English. Well, he's English.
No, he's Brazilian.
Mendes? I thought. Oh, he's Brazilian. No, who am I thinking?
No. Vicky. No, ahora te lo digo.
Dígame.
Ahora te lo digo, tío.
Se me chispoteó.
Sí, Vicky Cristina Barcelona is Woody Allen. I love Vicky Cristina Barcelona. It's so good.
Who's the Spanish director?
No. I know it.
I keep thinking of Mexican
right now,
directors,
and I'm gonna tell you because I just don't want to.
Watch.
Hizo Madres Paralelas. Hizo Pedro Almodóvar.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Of course, Pedro Almodóvar.
They had a whole they had a whole thing for him at the Academy Museum. Like there was a whole section.
Of course, Pedro Almodóvar is iconic.
With all his Pedro
Almodóvar. I will love that. Give me some Spanish.
¿Puedes hablar con un español?
Puedo hablar, a ver, joder, tío. Es que a mí me encanta el acento español. Sí, me gusta mucho.
Do you have any, what's your favorite accent to work on? Like, can you do, like, when you're, like, assuming you get cast in a lot of Latin...
the Spanish accent for sure. The Spanish accent, I would definitely love to do. American accent, it's very fun. I don't know, just different ones. The British is actually very interesting. I like it.
Yeah, and there's several. Yeah, there's several kinds. There's RP, there's posh.
There's several. Oh, well, no, but don't get me in the Cockney accent. That would be...
Cockney.
Cockney accent.
Cockney accent.
Bro, well, that's a hard one.
Yeah, bro.
Just get me into the... Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How can I help you? I don't know. No. Yeah.
I could do the damas y caballeros, niños y niñas, por favor, mantienen sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas adentro del vehículo.
That's
por favor, cuiden a sus niños. Gracias y bienvenidos a Disneyland.
Oh, that Disneyland. Yo pensé que estabas haciendo de
bienvenidos a Disneyland.
Bienvenidos a Mexicana de Aviación. I was like, that's... Por favor, mantengan los brazos y las manos adentro del auto. Yeah, sí.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Okay, Fernanda,
I love doing voices.
I do too, and I hope I can book some more voiceover work. But anyways, we have 2 minutes left. Yeah. Are there anything? Is there anything you want to plug in right now? Like, where can we watch you? Where can we watch your movies?
Well, definitely the movie The Containment. The Containment that is coming out this week is called The Containment. You can check out on AMC Theaters to look at the times. I'm going this Sunday with a bunch of friends at 4 p.m. at Studio City, so might see you there. Well, nothing. It was it's a movie. It's in English. It is intense. If you like exorcisms and paranormal stuff, then this is the type of movie you want to watch. I think they basically have a big fandom into that.
Yeah.
It was shot in Mexico, but it's in English.
Oh, really?
With a lot of UK
Actually, I'm not
actors.
surprised.
Yeah, it was shot in Mexico.
Oh, that's great.
And fun fact, I had to climb up that whole
You climbed
tower.
all the way up that? Oh my God.
Yes, and I was scared as hell because I didn't want to break my back.
Was it windy? It looked windy a little bit.
Yes, and high, but it was super fun. Definitely.
Did they have one of those
fun.
blue
Go
mattresses?
watch it.
Did they have one of those blue mattresses just in case?
Everything. Yeah, I don't even want to tell you. I'm not scared of heights, but definitely it was one experience. I'm like, I don't think I can go higher. Get me out of here. And I was with a harness in case I just fly like Batman. Yes.
Well, there you have it, Fernanda Romero. Very nice to meet you. I'm so glad Jorge
follow me on social
connected
media
us.
Too.
Yes, I did. I followed you yesterday, and I watched the Containment.
Okay, so
everyone go follow Fernanda on Instagram. Catch her movie coming out in theaters at AMC this weekend. Like you said, it's fun if you like being scared. I sure was. I was very nervous the whole time. Yeah, and hey, maybe we'll work together someday.
Yes, put it out in the universe. Alex
I'm manifesting
Caron,
that.
Fernanda Romero. Ooh, manifesting.
Starring in The Containment 2.
Starring in The Container 2. Yeah, no. Maybe a comedy or something like that.
Comedy would be fun.
Or a psycho killer.
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah. I'll play a serial killer. Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Alex,
great to have
thank you so much for having me.
Yes, a pleasure. Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you'll get notifications when new episodes drop. Thanks to my guest, Fernanda Romero. Music by Mark Fabian. Produced and engineered by Robert Altschiller. Recorded at Command Recording Studios. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Kill the Small Talk Podcast and at Command_Recording Studios. We'll see you next time. Bye.